Recent reports say the Lakers are leaning towards keeping Russell Westbrook, and Magic Johnson has publicly said, yeah, he backs that idea. The Athletic is making the opposite case, arguing that, quote, bringing Russell Westbrook back would be a colossal mistake for the Lakers. Their solution instead? Send him home. Shannon, could you see the Lakers actually cutting Westbrook?
I don't. Skip, everybody seems to think it's a colossal mistake to bring Russ back, except the people that actually have the ability to make this decision. They seem to be hell-bent on bringing him back. Now, the projected salary cap is $122 million. Bringing Russell back will put them in the luxury tax, which will make the tax bill $149 million. Russ would count 39% of the cap, 32% of the luxury cap. For that. Remember Luol Deng just came off the books last year.
He did.
That man ain't played since we started Undisputed.
That is correct.
And he just came off your book to the tune of $5 million. Jeannie Buss is not going to be paying no Russell Westbrook over the next 6-7 years to go home. That's not going to happen. You're going to try to convince one of these teams that's rebuilding, needs a superstar that can get fans to come in there, Skip, to take this expiring contract. I do not see the Lakers sending Russell home or buying him out because he's going to want all of his money. He's not taking 80 cents on the dollar. He's not going to do that, Skip.
He will not. He'll want 100% of $47 million.
Absolutely, Skip.
Okay. Allow me to show you last night one play that they used on Shaqtin' the Fool on Inside the NBA that summed up just how laughably bad Russell Westbrook was last season for the Lakers. If we just see this is what they used. Russ. So he's trying to dribble the ball up off the floor, and it won't dribble, and he turns around and does that. And I laughed out loud at just how bad that was. And the point is that nobody's going to trade for that. Nobody wants the $47 million, even though you could take it off your books the next year.
Right.
Nobody wants it to the point that the Lakers don't really want him either. LeBron's going to tell everybody, we just can't live with this another go-round here. So if we want to have a chance next year, you have to get rid of him somehow. And the only way I see is the Athletics way, which I've suggested numerous times on this show. You just send him home, but you got to send him home with $47 million richer. And I don't know if Jeannie can swallow that pride. She would have to say, I have to eat $47 million. Well, if you don't, you're going to lose next year. If you do, I give you a chance. If you just clear the decks, pay him off, send him home.
I don't think it's going to happen, Skip.
Well,
we got somebody there. There's somebody out there. P.T. Barnum said it. There's a sucker born every...
Not in this league. Not
they
like
got to be, Skip. We got it. You remember they traded him to us? So they got to be somebody more foolish than us, right? I guess not.
You were the sucker.
We got to go, guys.
Born in the last minute.
Because, Shannon, I have to put you on the hot seat.
Okay.
Are you getting worried about that Celtics pick from you tonight?
Nope.
That's coming up next on Undisputed. He was the only player on that third team, in fact, to receive first-place votes. Shannon, dive in. Should LeBron have been higher than that third team?
I do believe he should have been higher. Skip, I don't believe he should have been first-team All-NBA. I'm very content with the guys that made first-team All-NBA. Giannis, a unanimous selection. Jason Tatum, I'm good with that. Really the only problem that I have with any of it is that I thought LeBron and KD should flip spots. That's it. Everything else, I'm good. I'm good with DeRozan being where he is. Jokic, obviously. I know Joel Embiid is disappointing, Skip, but it would have been a travesty if you put Joel Embiid and Jokic when they play the same positions and when you know you're only allowed to have one center on the first-team All-NBA. You don't get to all of a sudden, man, he had such a good season. Let's put two centers on there and we're going to kick a forward out or we kick a guard out. I love the way it was. The only thing, Skip, is that I thought Kevin Durant should have been third team. LeBron should have been second team. There was only one game difference in the play. LeBron played 56. Kevin Durant played 55. And if you look at the numbers, LeBron was 38-6 on 52% shooting. Kevin Durant was 37-6 on 50% shooting. KD shot 38% from the three. Bron shot 36%. So LeBron was a little slightly, a tick points, a tick field goal percentage. KD with a slight tick in assists. I think 6.2, 6.3 to 6.1, something like that, Skip. But I just think Bron, when you look at it, I thought he played better than Kevin Durant. And everybody always talks about Kevin Durant's efficiency. Well, LeBron had a slightly higher field goal percentage, and he's had a slightly higher field goal percentage throughout his career. So what's this efficiency in which you speak of? I get it that Kevin Durant's mid-range. I get that Kevin Durant can shoot the three better than LeBron. But at the end of the day, if I shoot 54% and I'm laying the ball up, dunking it, and doing that what I do from my mid-range, you shoot 53% and you look better shooting threes in mid-range than I do, but I'm still more efficient than you because my field goal percentage says that I am. So that's the only problem that I have, Skip. It is a huge honor that LeBron James has been in the league 19 years, and he's been an all-NBA player 18 of those years. Let that sink in for just a second, guys. I don't think people get a true understanding or a grasp of how long LeBron James has been great.
But that's not the case, the point here, right?
In this situation, I just felt LeBron James. And plus, he should have got points for playing with Russ. Remember, KD left Russ. He know how hard it is to play with him. Hell, he left him. And LeBron had to play with him. So that's worth something.
LeBron wanted him. LeBron pushed for him.
Oh, so that's what they say.
LeBron stuck himself.
That's what they say, huh? LeBron pushed for Ty Lue. And you know what? But damn, I wish people would give the same veracity to the story that LeBron pushed for Ty Lue like they do when LeBron pushed for Russell Westbrook. I just wish they give that same.
There's no veracity.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying one of them is front page, the other is the back page. And that's generally how they do it. But anyway.
LeBron got his way on Russ, and was it a way? It was the wrong way.
So why wouldn't they give him his way on Ty Lue? He had played with Ty Lue, had gone to 4 finals with Ty Lue, had won a championship with Ty Lue. Why not that one?
Because Ty Lue wanted total control of the coaching staff, and Jeannie Buss is not going to allow that to anybody.
Oh, so now I won't give you total control of the coaching staff. I want to be able to pick your coaches. Hence, this is why I guess where you are, Skip. You're looking for another head coach. Remember, you had Luke Walton. You had Frank Vogel. Now your third coach, Jeannie, says Jeannie's taking over. Basically, Jeannie's on the third coach. Something ain't right. But that's the only problem what I have with the all NBA team, Skip.
All right.
I just think Kevin Durant and LeBron should have switched places.
Allow me to start with this. LeBron is far more popular among voters than Kevin Durant is, because I don't think Kevin's very popular among voters because he often bites the hands that have fed him MVPs before.
Right.
He's constantly on the media saying, you don't know, you know what, about basketball. And yet, would you believe that Kevin got 68 second-team votes to LeBron's 35? 68 to 35, that's 33 more second-team votes than LeBron got.
What about first-team votes?
That's a landslide, okay? Well, two blind witnesses out there actually gave LeBron James first-place votes. Two gave them first-place votes. Well, Kevin got 10 first-place votes. Okay, so it was 10-2 on first place, first team.
First team.
But the point is that 9 voters out there who knew what they were doing, 9 didn't even vote LeBron first, second, or third team All-NBA. 9 just said he doesn't belong on any of the
So in other
teams.
words, if we're to believe what the All-NBA team says, that somebody believed that LeBron James wasn't one of the 15 best players in the NBA this year. Is that what those voters want you to believe?
9 said that, not 2. 9.
That's what I'm saying. That's what those voters want you to believe. They should have their votes taken.
Really? They should have their votes taken. Well, maybe they looked harder at the stats than you did, because Kevin Durant this year shot a career high 91% from the free throw line. They're called free throws.
Skip, more goals into being an All-NBA player. You take one aspect of a game.
It is a component.
It is, okay. But what you do is that you take one aspect of a game that a player is not good at, and you focus on that. Okay, who scored the most points? Who had the high field goal percentage? LeBron. Who had the...
Well, it's really, they're both at 52% just by a tick.
Okay, but a tick.
All right.
A tick. If I beat you by...
Who had 2 percentage points more from 3, 38% to 36%, it was Kevin. And Kevin kind of had an off year shooting threes. He's a 40%.
Well, LeBron had an off year shooting threes.
Oh, really?
He had an off year.
Well, he had a usual year shooting free throws because he ranked 86th in the league at 76%. 86th in the league?
Considering over the last 5 years where he shot, he had a resurrection. He shot better than he had shot in a very long time. Am I correct? Thank you.
Yeah, but it's going from worst to bad, right? That's what way to go, LeBron.
It's all about improvement.
Congratulations.
See, there you go.
You were worse. Now you're just bad.
It's all about improvement.
Okay,
it's all about improvement.
And now we get to the key stat that I kept bringing up all year to you. Would you believe that LeBron attempted a career-high 8 threes a game? It's by far his career high. 8 threes a game, and that ranked in the NBA. That was 15th in attempts in the NBA, yet he was 93rd in three-point percentage. 93rd? Well, that's debilitating for a basketball team because you're taking the 15th most threes in the league and you're only making the 93rd most percentage?
What we saw, let's just eye test this. We saw when the Brooklyn Nets asked Kevin Durant, Kevin, we need you to give us 30, we need you to rebound, we need you to facilitate. We saw what happened.
Really?
We saw that over extended periods of time, that's not what he's capable of.
What's the bottom line? The Brooklyn Nets went